Hey guys, welcome to my life channel. I am actually pretty excited for this video. I know in general I don't talk much about zodiacs and horoscopes and astrology. Shout out to astrology.com. This video is not sponsored, but I always use them because I like their layout and I like how they describe Leos. So about 1 year ago today, I sat down, I think right in front of a Christmas tree, and I filmed a video of me doing a deep dive into a 2019 Leo horoscope. So what that was it was like the predictions for the entire year. Now, I'm somebody that, like I said, I love astrology.com, but I'm a skeptic as well. So I've always used it to learn about my personality traits and see if that describes me accurately. And I will say, yes, I definitely feel like I am a Leo. I also like to use astrology.com to look up other people's signs or to plug in my sign with their sign and see if we have some love compatibility. That's just stuff is cute. I like it. I kind of believe it. I believe it actually quite a bit, which is probably crazy. But I will say that I'm just kind of a skeptic when it comes to daily predictions and oh, I should avoid going outside, I'm gonna get hit by a car. I don't believe that. So when I did that video, it was just for fun. I was like, why not? Then while I was reading my 2019 predictions, everything just started coming together and I was like, this is so accurate. And now that I've done 12 months of 2019, I can tell you that it is so accurate, but so different than what I thought it was going to be. A whole different adventure. In January, it talked a lot about how this would be a transformation of a new me. And I would say at that point in time, I had been hired on by Omni Air International. This is no secret. I made several videos about this. So what Omni, I'll call it Omni for short. It was an airline that mainly flew the military. I had been hired on, my paperwork had been cleared, and I was told that training was going to start January 22nd. And to me, this was a whole, being a flight attendant, especially international, that is an entire lifestyle change. I had a terrible time at the Container Store. They were just so mean to me. I know, I keep bringing it up and then I really don't go into detail. I knew that I would face all new challenges and I was just so excited to work on myself and also escape my past at the Container Store. I was like, yes, this must be it. But guess what? If you guys saw that story time video, I got sick. So sick. I was in the ER. I was on IV antibiotics for over 3 weeks. It was crazy. And I did have some prior health problems, which I've been open about. I don't have the best lungs. The airline wasn't very nice about it. Omni was really mean to me over the phone. And they didn't offer, honestly, I questioned their ethics, and now I've heard so many horror stories about them. I think it's a blessing that I didn't continue on with them because they were going to allow me to attend the next training session, but I was like, no. But I was crying a lot. I was an emotional wreck. So with my health, physically and mentally, I hit rock bottom. Now, going back, this is very convoluted. My leg's asleep. So no, the new me was not me becoming a sexy flight attendant. It was me realizing that I never grieved the death of my brother that happened in 2012. So I can go more in depth, but I definitely still had to go through a process. A lot of it was just saying things out loud, saying things to people that I was close to, and just having a conversation and being open about it. That helped so much. I also took on yoga. So then my Leo horoscope jumped to the month of June, and this is when it was talk of self-care. So by then I was able to openly talk about my mental health, whether it was online, to strangers, just having a conversation or giving my advice. it was so neat because I know my superbug was a big obstacle, but also my mental health. Like my lung function was the best it's ever been since 2014. But in 2014, I got that lung function by working my butt off. I had to do so much to get it there. And now I was getting these great results with little effort. Like I felt so healthy, so normal. But I realized like the journey it took. So I was open about that. I felt like I was able to better understand people with anxiety and depression, even if I didn't fully relate. At a human level, I could connect. My Leo horoscope just covers the summer months, which is also June, July, August. This is when it tells me that you're going to bridge your inner secret world with your outer reality. And important messages are going to come my way. So I don't really talk about this much on my channel because nonetheless, he was very special to me. He's my first love. But I have been for 5 years now in an on and off relationship. And I've never been able to fully let this guy go. Like when we break up, it's always like me breaking up with him. Like I know something's not right, but I can't let him go. And it was bad. And it's like, I felt like I knew like, obviously this wasn't a normal cycle. Something must be toxic there, but I couldn't really pinpoint it because in so many ways I felt like we were meant to be, which I think happens a lot with your first love. Like I don't think I'm isolated in my feelings here. And I know I always talk about being single on my channel just because even though we were together and we were exclusive, he never really would identify me as his girlfriend. And I know you guys can speculate what you want, but there's just so much to talk about with that. Like the whole story time and him, and I don't know if I am ready to do it or if I ever will because that was still a special time. Like I got to handle that delicately. I just am not looking to disrespect somebody who gave me a lot of life lessons and great memories. Essentially, I was falling out of love with him. And I just couldn't understand of all times why this was happening because things between us were not that bad. And then July 4th, we went to a lake house. Something happened. I was all mad. We got into a huge fight. I remember he walked out the door and then I took a shower and then it hit me like a slap in the face. And I understood why I couldn't let him go. But I had never really, the reality was staring me in the face for the first time. And that's when I was able to say goodbye to him and never look back. And we're still on good terms, but I'm not going to go back to him. Then my Leo horoscope jumped to the fall, so October, November, December, and it said that this would be like a sense of deep self-discovery. It'd be focused on childhood, family, or heritage. And I honestly think that's correct because once I was able to at least begin the process of grieving my brother, each time I was able to gradually take steps back and look at the bigger picture of my life and realize that I also need to grieve the loss of my father. My father did not die. He chose to not be in my life. He said some really mean things. I had to deal with so much verbal abuse and constantly getting my confidence shaken. And it just has always disrupted my relationship with men, how I view myself in the world. It's hurt me. Wow, I don't want to be crying. I've cried earlier today. This has just been an emotional day for me. But yeah, and I think that's where it hits on the points that I had to think of my childhood and really be like, wow, I'm connecting the dots. And once finally all of this gray area in your life or confusion of colors come together and you can just see it in black and white, so much easier to like accept or walk away from or just deal with. And I probably still have more healing to do, like, don't get me wrong, but wow, like I made some great strides. Now December, the last month, it's kind of was vague. It was telling me that I'm going to, good times are in store for me, which I kind of see happening because I still have a great relationship with my mom. I'm excited for Christmas, which is big because I haven't been that excited for Christmas in a while. Super excited for 2020. I got like my motivation back. I'm just ready to be like an ultimate content creator. I'm talking to a new boy. Again, who knows what the future holds, but so far he's really nice to me, and I think that's a really big part of it. And we've already talked about getting cats again. So as you know, like I had Dixie and Junior. I got them when I was 3. So of course they did get too old. They passed away, and it's been some time since we've had little creatures running around. So I am excited about that. I'm gonna let you guys go, but of course I'm gonna be uploading a video where I check out my 2020 Leo horoscope. Super excited to see how that goes. Love you, mean it. Bye.